Welcome, everybody, to 5 Tips in 5 Minutes, Rediscovering Your Greatness Within. Women's Talks, Tips, and Techniques for Empowerment, Courage, and Purpose. I'm Mitta Wise, your host, hypnotherapist, and empowerment coach from New Zealand, living in Los Angeles, and often found in India. But today we have a special guest, and her name is Monick Halm. And Monique is the founder of Real Estate Investor Goddesses, and she helps women create generational wealth and financial freedom through real estate investing, which is amazing. And welcome, Monique.
Thank you for having me, Mita. I always love hanging out with you.
Right. Monique, is there anything else you'd like to say about you or your business or anything there?
No, I think, I'll just say that my big, hairy, audacious goal is to help 1 million women create financial freedom through real estate investing. And I'm just excited to be here.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's get started. You ready with your 5 tips in 5 minutes?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's start the clock. Go ahead.
All right. And I love acronyms as a way to help remember. And so I wanted to share 5 feminine wealth tips that use the acronym money. So each letter of the word money is one of the tips. So the first is M, which has to do with your mindset. So your success is not, I believe, 95% determined by what happens between your ears. Bob Proctor said success is 5% strategy, 95% psychology. And I agree. So the first tip is really to check your mindset, check your psychology to make sure that the thoughts, the beliefs really serve what you want using affirmations, visualizations, daily gratitude, um, and catching yourself when you are speaking and saying things that are opposite to what you want to create, because your words are like a wand, and it'll start with your mindset. So O is for ownership, and this is about not just like setting yourself up so you own assets. And assets are things that put money into your pocket as opposed to things that take money out of your pocket. So cash flow, income producing properties, or stocks or things that are putting money back in. So focus on owning assets, but also it's this owning and taking radical responsibility is also about really owning your choices, knowing that you have the ability, potential to create whatever you want, and owning that. So the third one is N, and that has to do with your network. And they often say that your network is your net worth. I think that one of the fastest ways to grow in wealth and also in happiness is to be around the people that are living abundant lives. So they have that financial success, but also they are fulfilled and joyful and happy. So the more that you're hanging around with people that are living the life you want to live and are inspiring you, the more likely you are to get there. Okay, so that was N. E is education. You want to learn and you want to have education for effective action. You don't want to just be in education mode that can keep you in paralysis. You definitely want to start taking action, but you want to have knowledge, especially when we're talking about real estate investing. For most people, real estate will be the most expensive purchase they ever make. Mistakes can be costly. So you definitely want to take the time to educate yourself on the front end so that you don't get that really painful education on the back end. So you want to study asset classes and strategies and as well as educate yourself on the mindset piece, which we talked about before. So educate yourself and then take action. Um, the and then so M, mindset, O, ownership, network, education, and lastly, it's the Y, which is you. And you is in a couple of ways. Real estate investing is not one size fits all, and life is not one size fits all. So it's really important that you set yourself up, you create goals and that work for you, and that where you get to live the life you were born to live, where you get to be in your zone of genius, where you get to share your unique gifts and talents with the world. There are a lot of different ways to invest in real estate. It's not just getting a house and putting in a tenant and having to deal with the called the three T's, tenants, toilets, termites. There are many different ways. And I have on my website at reigoddesses.com a free guide investing in real estate from $1 to $1 million, investing strategies for every budget and every goddess. And in that, I share 12 different strategies, some that are little money to, and up, some that are little time. So if you are really busy and you don't think you have the time, then some that take virtually no time, and then some that where you don't have to deal with tenants. So I share 4 of each of those strategies, 12 of the most common strategies. So definitely go there and get that download so you can learn how to play this game of abundance for you. Because if it doesn't work for your goals, your dreams, your desires, who you want to be, then ultimately that won't work. That is not wealth, right? I think if you're living a life that feels out of alignment with you. So those are my tips.
Yay. Great tips. Thank you. Thanks so much for sharing them with you and sharing all your expertise, because I know you have a ton of experience in that area. So Monique's info, her URL and her other info is in the show notes. So make sure you go visit her and see all the amazing work that she does. And she really does. So, so that's great. Monique, do you have any, you've been giving us some wisdom. Do you have any last things that you'd like to say? Any more words of wisdom?
I will just say that you know, having abundance, you're all about helping women have more abundance. And abundance is about so much more than just what's in your bank account. It's about more than, even though the acronym I used was money, it's about a lot more than money. It's about really, having health and relationships that are thriving, and being able to be you fully, completely expressed. And so I just encourage everyone to, just continue to do things that align with that highest version of themselves.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Monique. Thanks so much. And that's it for 5 tips in 5 minutes. We have our lovely just 5 tips in 5 minutes podcast. And thank you, Monique. And we'll see everybody next time. This is Mitta Wise and Monick Halm signing off with love. Bye, everyone.